When you're building a home server, the big question is one all-in-one NAS or separate compute box plus dedicated storage. I've run both. For me, the separate approach wins, and here's why. Welcome to Uncluttered Tech. I'm Jason. Let's get started. Most affordable NAS boxes, whether from Synology, Ugreen, or TerraMaster, ship with typically weaker processors and barely enough RAM. Fine for file storage, but the second you want to run apps, containers, or local AM models, you run into a wall. A NAS that does it all costs a lot more. Split compute and storage instead, and you can buy cheap purpose-built hardware for each job, a storage enclosure plugged into a compute server, and you can upgrade whenever you want, for example. That's what I've done. If you saw my last Proxmox video, you know I keep compute and storage separate. I'll be honest, it's more maintenance. The link between a NAS and the Proxmox box can be finicky at times, and I've had to rebuild it more than once. Small price to pay though. If my compute server ever dies, my NAS storage remains untouched. I just have to swap in a new server. When you're picking hardware, don't start with a budget. Start with what you actually want to run and aim a little higher than today's needs because they will grow. Then look at what you can afford. RAM matters more than ever with AI in the picture. You'll hear some YouTubers say you need 64 or 128 gigs to run anything impressive. At today's RAM prices, that bet takes years to pay off. For most people that need to use AI regularly, a ChatGPT or Claude Pro subscription beats building a local rig that still can't match it on any real coding or brainstorming work. Local AI is improving, but unless you've got client data that legally has to stay on site, you're better off capping local at something like 32 gigs and leaning on the cloud for the really heavy stuff. When it comes to storage, direct attached storage or DAS is just a bank of drives in an enclosure plugged straight into your compute box or, well, any computer. No brain of its own, so it's a lot cheaper. A NAS or network attached storage has its own processor and RAM, enough to run as a dedicated storage appliance, not usually enough for VMs or local AI. You can buy a NAS that tries to do both, but you'll pay a lot more and you'll have to wait a lot longer to see the return on your investment. Don't drop several grand on a homelab just because it looks cool. Buy what you need and what you think you might need down the road. So here's my final recommendation. Get a dedicated compute device and a separate storage device. For compute, a used PC from a closed down business that you can get cheap, a mini PC off Amazon or eBay, any old machine you have lying in your closet, doesn't really matter what, as long as it fits your needs and can be upgraded or replaced easily enough when your needs change. For storage, a direct attached storage or network attached storage, or even a spare PC that you can build out into a server. Again, it doesn't really matter. Just something that can hold enough storage for now and has room to grow. Think of it like a desktop. An iMac is convenient until a part breaks, and now you're replacing the whole machine. A Mac Mini with a separate screen, and you swap what's broken. I've seen this as a technician more times than I can count. All-in-ones look great until repair day. Same logic applies to your home server. You don't need 6 devices for redundancy. You just need enough separation that one failure doesn't take down the whole thing. That's the smart way to build. For more videos like this, like and subscribe, and for a little more context, check out my blog at www.unclutteredtech.com. Take care, and until the next time.